Community Reads is a family engagement website that connects standards-based literacy lessons happening in the classroom with conversations happening at home. If you visit marionschools.net and look for the book at the top of the page or any school homepage, just click on the book and you'll be directed to a main landing page where you can then select grade levels that are differentiated and all aligned to the Florida standards. All of the content that is on this online platform aligns with the core reading series that the district has adopted this year, CKLA, which stands for Core Knowledge Language Arts. So the topics and titles align to that content to help encourage and enhance the learning happening in the classroom by extending it to the home.
Hello and welcome to November here in Marion County Public Schools.
The content changes on the first of every month, so new editions are released. Each month we are continuing to enhance this platform and add additional features in the areas that we see are needed, whether it is involving the ESOL department and making those ESOL and bilingual resources available for families, to making connections with other platforms that we use, such as Myon and those kind of things. So it's really to kind of bridge the gap between what's going on at school, what's going on at home, making those connections to help further enhance learning.
So if I had to sit here and describe Jim Haley, he would never be my former basketball coach. He's still my basketball coach to this day. I would start by saying he truly introduced me to the game of basketball.
Jim Haley introduced hundreds of players to the game of basketball and put Ocala on the map by creating the Kingdom of the Sun Holiday Basketball Tournament over 40 years ago. Saturday, he will be remembered in a ceremony at 3 p.m. on the court named after him at Vanguard High School. One of the winningest coaches in state history, Haley won 3 state championships in 36 years with the Knights, retiring in 2009. He passed away November 4th at the age of 74.
One more time, Coach Jim Haley.
FAFO has come and gone this year, but art and creativity never ends in Marion County. And at Harborview Elementary, the art club is working on a unique school project to teach the students about more than just painting.
I think they learn all their basics in their regular academic classes, but they don't always get the chance to use those academics. They may be more book learning it, but chance to use rulers and apply how much quantities of paint and the math skills of figuring out how much things like that cost. They're actually applying those skills by using it in art. And I think that's more of a practical day-to-day usage that they need to know. More that common sense that I think sometimes we don't get a chance to use.
Mrs. Russo noticed some blank canvases that could use some artwork and color.
As the art club in the past, we would do small projects, but I've looked at the rain barrels for a long time, and my kids went to the school here, and I thought something should be done with them and actually do more of a school beautification project with it. And I thought this was something that would sort of immortalize their art club and also the work that they did as well.
Teaching these students to use their creativity is just the first layer that is being applied.
I think it's good for them to learn a school to work type of project where they learn that it costs money to make the paint, to buy the paint, how much paint it costs, how to figure out how to line it out, and this is something they can actually do for themselves when they get older as a as a job basically, or a career.
These students are to art club as well a brush is to paint, and they fully understand their role in this project and what it is all about.
I'm in the art club because I've always had a passion for art. I've been really good at it, and I've been doing it ever since I can remember. And I think here I can just share my art with everybody, and everybody can look at how talented I am. And I feel like when I'm in art club painting these barrels, it gives the school a little bit of touch of the students and what they think about and how good they are at art.
If there is one thing Mrs. Russo does not have to worry about, it is having enough students who want to be in the art club.
I usually have too many art students is the problem, and once a lot of the other kids seen them doing it, they were like, how can we get in? So usually at around January they switch them out, so some of these guys may want to stay with me and come back, and then I may get new ones too who want to do it, or some may decide to do another club.
Having color and creativity around us that moves us or makes us stop and look around for a second is the goal of any artist. And without it,
life would be bland and boring. I mean, that's the highest form of all of the great subjects put together. So I think once you see something, you see a need for it, you take the ability and the skills and let them run with it.
I just like art a lot.
Okay, come here.
The first step in the Golden Apple selection process is the portfolio phase. Each school-selected teacher and rookie teacher of the year writes a portfolio, including their resume and philosophy of teaching.
The portfolio was difficult. It was the same as like a college paper that I had to write. However, it was all on me, and it was very intensive, and I had to do some soul searching. And it was good for me to write, but it was more intense than I thought.
Writing the portfolio allowed me to really reflect on everything that I've accomplished in my first 2 years of teaching, because this is my third year, so I could see on paper everything that I have done.
Sarah Gold didn't want to take advantage of having the reigning Teacher of the Year, Helen Hoteling, just down the hall to get a leg up on the competition.
I didn't ask her any questions because I knew that every other rookie Teacher of the Year didn't have that, and I wanted to do this, have this experience on my own.
One of our Teacher to Be scholarship recipients, Kelly Stetson, was able to use some of her previous time in the classroom to help her with her portfolio.
I was a paraprofessional, so I've been in the school system for 7 years or so. So that gave me a lot of good background knowledge. So I was fortunate to have that paraprofessional experience. So I wouldn't say I'm a normal new teacher because I've been in the school system for a while, and I really appreciate that experience.
Those portfolios have been scored, and we will now be moving on to the interview phase. While the selection process for teachers is just beginning, the one for non-instructional employees is wrapping up. Any day now, we will be surprising our 5 finalists for School-Related Employee of the Year and naming our winner at a breakfast on December 7th.
Project SOS started back in 2010. SOS stands for Support Our Soldiers. That's our mission statement, to support our soldiers, those that have served, no matter when they served, and their families. So we've done a lot of things in Iraq and Afghanistan, helped people over there with our troops. And then when we came back and started concentrating here at home, we found we had a lot of veterans here that were in need. So we concentrated on scholarships for the children of our veterans who normally might not have that opportunity. So what we do is we teamed with Take Stock in Children, which is a wonderful organization, and with the foundation here in Marion County, and we provide the funding for those scholarships so that these children can get an opportunity for a college education. And it's paid off well. This year will be our first graduating class. We've done a total right now of 51 scholarships. So we have 51 children out there, and they have excelled. They've done a wonderful job. GPAs are off the charts for a lot of them, and we actually have one young lady who's going to be going to Stanford, got accepted there. So we're very proud of the results of this.
What this means to me is like really just like a chance to be able to achieve my goal in life, is just to go to college. I don't think anyone in my family has gone to college yet, so this would be like, I'd be like the second person to go. And honestly, it just allowed me to go and get my dream of being in the medical field.
There's a lot of children out there that need a lot of help. They're very bright, very talented, but they need that opportunity to be able to get a higher education. And that's not always the case. The VA can help the families with certain needs, but education piece of it is not one of them for the children. So that's where we come in. We fill that void and help them get that education they need.
While Project SOS thanks veterans by helping their students in the Take Stock program, our students thank veterans by taking part in the Veterans Day program each year. This is the 12th year in a row the district has presented the community's official Veterans Day ceremony with students from every school in attendance, over 2,000 in all. Color guards, junior ROTC units, and musical groups from the elementary, middle, and high school levels all took part in the event last Friday.